I wanted to just grab some clutter and see if I could actually juggle it. This one's gonna be hard because it's like a weird shape. Okay, that's kind of fun. It's my birthday, so today I am going to talk to you about two of my favorite things, juggling and decluttering, and how you can get better at both. And I have a gift for you, 8 ways to declutter even when you don't have time. There will be a link in the description, and it's just this pretty little gift that I made you. So that's my birthday gift to you. And I actually have a lot to tell you about today, so let's go ahead and get started. This is a long story, but I promise it's related to clutter, and it will, well, I don't know, it like blows my mind when I think about it. Like it just opens up so much clarity, but I hope it does the same for you. So when I was a little girl, like 7 or 8, I wanted to juggle. And so I was gonna give it a try. My brother was older than me and he would juggle oranges, and it was so cool. It looked so fun. And I tried, we had these scarves. In theory, that was supposed to make it easier because you could throw one and it would slowly fall, so it'd give you more time to catch it. But I was just trying to teach myself based on what it looked like and when other people did it. And basically I was just spending all day doing this. And it was really frustrating. Like, I don't know how long I stuck with it. It felt like a long time to me, but I did give up. Fast forward 10 to 15 years, and I am sitting in a college classroom, and I hear my professor say that we are going to learn to juggle for a grade. And I did not know this before I signed up for the class. No, this was not clown school. This was a kinesiology class on motor learning and performance. And let me just go ahead and tell you, like, all the things I'm telling you about juggling is the same about clutter. And so I am sitting there panicking, like, I've tried this before. I know I can't juggle. And then the professor said, and I believe that every single one of you can learn to juggle. And I was like, you don't know me. I'm in this class with a bunch of athletes. Like, yeah, of course they can learn. Then he says, because I am going to teach you step by step. Now, let me also say, this is a semester, and I'm pretty sure he started it midway through the semester. I'm thinking we had like 6 weeks, maybe 2 months to learn. So anyway, that was fun. But once he said that and he like believed in me, I was like, okay, well, I would love that. Like the little 8-year-old girl in me was like, my dream is about to come true. And so I was excited. Even when he said, you can still make a B in this class if you just tell me the steps of how to juggle, I was still like, no, I'm gonna learn, like, show me. So I was determined and excited, but also he was like smugly up there juggling and like, oh, it's actually really relaxing once you learn. And I'm like, yeah, that's not nice. But you wanna know what the first step was for learning to juggle? It was to throw a tennis ball to about the height of your head and catch it in the same hand. And I was like, oh, I can do that. That's amazing. And I'm just gonna stop here in case you haven't gotten the hint. This is how decluttering is. It's like learning to juggle for someone who has tried and thought they never could. And then someone comes and shows them the baby steps of how to do it. And I also learned that when I was little, was trying to do the harder version of juggling, the more advanced version. I didn't even know there was a less advanced version because I was trying to teach myself, I who had never juggled before. But when I was in this class, I was learning from someone who was doing it and knew how to do it and knew the steps to tell me. And so that is why I just, okay, I need to stop there and like come back to that later. So I was trying to juggle in a circle, but you can actually juggle crisscrossing. And there's still three, like I'm still juggling 3 balls. All right, so as I was learning, and the steps did get harder than just this, but I was not the only one that was chasing tennis balls around the room. Even the baseball players were. And so I was like, oh, okay. They had to learn too. They might have had some skills that helped them a little bit more, but I wasn't that far behind. I just had to know the steps and learn the steps one by one. Don't try to do everything at once. That was what I was doing when I was trying to juggle, like start with 3 or, you know, maybe even 2, just 2, like, and it didn't work. So it really helps to master one step, even if it's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay, dude, I just want to be like, man, this class was brilliant. This assignment was brilliant. Actually, he taught us not only do you go step by step, but you do each step 3 times without messing up before you move on to the next step. Isn't that great? I just realized that while I was talking to you about this. But like so many times we're like, oh, I got it right. Like this looks good. Let's move on. But you have to keep practicing certain skills. And so anyway, oh man, I do sound like I'm preaching. Sorry, I don't mean to. I just love this stuff. So then you can move on to the next step. And sometimes maybe you moved on to the next step too quickly. Like you kind of lucked out and caught it 3 times in a row. In juggling, the next step is just to throw it about the height of your head to the next hand. And sometimes I still can't do it, even with just one. But that's another thing I wanted to talk about actually is I don't care now when I drop the ball while I'm juggling. I am not embarrassed or not that embarrassed, like, because I know I can juggle. It's okay. I just pick them all back up and start again. Oh, the other thing was the test for juggling was you had to do it for an entire minute. But then it came to the test and it was just like, what in the world? This is taking too long. So I wasn't able to do the full minute, but I had learned a trick because he was like, oh, you'll get extra credit if you do a trick. So, let's see, one of the tricks. What's the other one like? Anyway, but like, you don't have to do those things or learn those things to know how to juggle. Like you just, once you do the basics, like you still know how to juggle. But there are like layers, like you can always go further. There's always something else you can try. You could try juggling with different items, different things that are different weights. So that really is how it is with clutter. Like you can keep going. There are so many different things you can do, or you can just stay at the basics. You've just got it decluttered, or you can like try to go minimalist or minimalist in a certain area. And even when it's been a while and like it's been a while since I've juggled, it doesn't matter. I can pick it back up and still go. And I might need to like build up to it and practice and refresh a little bit, but like I'm not starting from scratch. And that is how it is with decluttering. Like I can pick back up. I'm not worried about it. When a little mess piles up, I know how to handle it and get back to it. It's just a matter of doing it. Actually, just want you to see what my living room looks like during the day. I use this as my office. Like that's my preference. I like the lighting in here and being comfortable. And so I wanted you to see that because it looks messy, but it doesn't stress me out because I know where everything goes and I can put it away really quickly. And I do at the end of the day when I'm done working. The other thing is that I actually do find juggling kind of relaxing and really fun. But to begin with, it was very stressful. And that is the same. I just realized that's the same with clutter. Like I started really decluttering and not just like organizing or everything goes back to how it was, but really decluttering in 2015. And that's a long time. So 2015, 5, that's like 8 going on 9 years. Just the other day though, I was like getting ready for this video and I was saying, I love any excuse to celebrate. So I'm going to celebrate my birthday. And then I also love any excuse to declutter. And so I'm going to use that. And then I was like, whoa, who am I Like, I used to make every excuse not to declutter, and it was really hard and really intentional to change and make excuses to declutter, and it was not so exciting. And now I'm like, wait, I'm making a video, let me declutter. Oh, my husband lost something, let's declutter and see if we can find it. Oh, I want to buy something new, let's declutter something else. Like, just so many excuses to declutter, whereas I used to just be like, let's find an excuse not to declutter. Okay, that's easy. Like, there are more important things to do. I don't have time. I don't feel like it. It's not going to make that big of a difference. It's going to go back to how it is. What if I get rid of something that I want later? It's just wasteful. It's wasteful of time. It's wasteful of resources. And now I'm like complete opposite. It is crazy. So that kind of brings me back to my gift for you. I actually asked my sister if this works for people who have kids, because I do not, but she has 7. And she was like, oh yeah, they all do, except for the one where you have your kids help you. And she was like, I'm just kidding. But anyway, so I thought that was cute. So it is mom approved. I don't want you to forget about, so there's a link in the description. And you don't have to sign up for my email list to get it. I am sending it to my email list, and every week I send an article about decluttering or simplifying your life and the videos that I've uploaded to YouTube. So if that sounds helpful to you, then you can sign up for it, especially because in May I'm going to be walking you through my step-by-step plan, like my professor gave us step-by-step guide to juggle. You can declutter every category of your life. Well, okay, not life, but every like physical category of your home in 6 months. I truly believe it. Just like he was saying, he believed in us. Like, yes, he knew we were capable enough to be in college, I guess, and he could see us. Like, we didn't have a lot of physical limitations. But if you're able to listen to this video and enjoy it and get through it and stick with it, then I'm like trying to think of like someone who couldn't. Because I mean, even if you have limitations, you can find someone to help you declutter, someone who has other skills that you don't have or who doesn't have your limitations, and they can walk alongside you and help you declutter. So I truly believe you can declutter in 6 months. So give it a try. And you know what? Some people in the class, they took a B and they just told the steps. I'm assuming because they didn't really care about juggling, but like I did from when I was a little girl. And so if you are watching this video, I'm assuming you're wanting to declutter. And so I believe that you can, and I'm excited for you. If you watch The Minimal Mom and have heard her talk about the onion layers and like layers of decluttering, this was the first layer that really worked for me. And so it's like going through all of my possessions, and I'm gonna walk you through it. I'm just so excited about it. I'm like, how much do I tell them? So I think I'll leave it at that for now. But even if you don't sign up for my email list, if you just subscribe to my channel, that will be so encouraging to me for letting me know that you're excited to declutter and that this actually helped you, and you're excited to at least give it one more try. I mean, even if it's been years, like seriously, I had not thought about giving juggling a try for a decade or more, because I was like, I already tried it. Why would I try again? Like, what has changed? You just don't know what you don't know. And so I didn't know that I could find someone to teach me step by step. I didn't know there were steps. Like, it's weird. It seems obvious now, but at the time, I mean, it didn't even cross my mind. And it's crazy that I just completely disregarded that because I tried it when I was 7. And so I really hope that you will join me in becoming clutter-free by Christmas. Also, if you are learning to juggle, I recommend not starting with tennis balls or something that bounces because my legs were sore from chasing the tennis balls. Like, that's how determined I was, though, to learn to juggle. Like, I was chasing them all around because I would practice outside, too, so it could go really far, or it would get lost. I didn't want to practice too much in my dorm room where someone could hear it falling all the time. So, something like a hacky sack, little better to practice with. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Oh my goodness. I had so much fun hanging out with you today. Okay. Oh, I said that really weird. I should re-say that in a normal way. I was actually planning on doing a completely different video about like a low buy, no buy month, because I want to do that for my birthday month, which seems weird, but I really feel like I have everything I need, especially with Christmas not being that long ago. I don't feel like I need anything, and that's weird, like, because I love gifts. That used to be my love language. Now it's more, I mean, words of affirmation was always up there too, but now it's even more words of affirmation. My husband was like, okay, what do I need to get you for your birthday? And I'm like, just go on a walk with me, which I realize is not words of affirmation, but anyway. He started walking with me, and that's why I'm like, oh yeah, I love that. Let's do a walk together, because he used to run, but he had an injury. So now he's more my speed. I still want to do the low buy low buy month, like as a trial, and I'll just post the video after I've done it to see how it went, and I'll like tell you how I planned it and what I did before, but I'll also give you the after in the same video. So I was like, yes, I have a free video I can do for my birthday, whatever I want. And I was thinking about juggling and was like, oh my goodness, I have to do that video. I talked about this at a homeschool conference, and I was like, oh, that's actually really good. I should do that more. Now I'm just gonna have fun juggling, just like I have fun decluttering. It's so relaxing. Okay, let me see if I can do it under my leg. Wow, yeah, I wonder if that was cut out or not in the video. Regroup. Gosh, there's so much to say. I had so much fun hanging out with you for my birthday. The gift is 8 ways to save money. Save money, okay.